Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all well. I'm Andrea and this is Beauty with Andy. So as usual, I'm going to go through this little acrylic, and I've taken the project pan items out. I've set up a project pan drawer which I'm going to take you through in a little while. I'm not obviously going to show you all of the items, which you've probably seen anyway, but I was astonished. I counted them up just before this video and there are 35 items in my project pan. Obviously I'm not going to get through all of them, but if I make a huge dent in some of them, I'll be very, very happy. I've obviously just pulled them from like different projects and they're all in one project now. So that project is due to end in November. It's a 6-month long project. I'm really enjoying it so far actually, and I'm loving your guys' comments on my updates. So and I'm also loving watching your videos. So let's just get into this though, because my videos are really, really long. So I've been using the Body Shop Vitamin C Instant Glow Enhancer, and it reminds me a bit of the Ole Henriksen one, but it's not as moisturising and it's not as it doesn't give you as much of a radiant glow. I've not used that one, but I have swatched it so many times in Boots and I just want it so much. It is quite an expensive product at £28, but when I'm feeling a little bit more flush, maybe I'll get that. In the meantime, I have been using this and absolutely loving it. It's the Balance Vitamin C Brightening Serum Glow and Radiant with active vitamin C in it. So good guys, and it was like, I want to say £2.99, either £1.99 or £2.99. I've not had it that long and you can see I'm nearly halfway done with it. I would definitely repurchase this. I don't have much skincare, so obviously I do need to repurchase skincare even though I'm on the no buy. I need to do a no buy update. I have purchased some products which I didn't really need. It was more of a case of wanted. I hadn't purchased anything in over 6 months, and there was a few things that I wanted to add to my collection. But what I'm going to do is probably, instead of finishing it in November, carry it out to December, and then I've had that full year's no buy. So that's that. And then we've got this Nivea Daily Essentials 24-hour Moisture and Express Primer, and it's for dry skin and it's a gel cream. I absolutely love this, and this was really inexpensive as well. I think about the same price, £2.99, £3.99 max. I really highly recommend both those skincare products. I've got this one as well from L'Oreal, but I've not hardly used it, not since I bought the other one, so that will just stay in there. I've got loads of liners, which I'll talk to you about in a minute. Right, so this one, I think this one can go back. I only used it a handful of times, so I'll pop this one back in my lip liners. This Ciate one I didn't use at all, which I thought I would. I'm going to pop it back in with my liners, and if I do want to use it at a later date, I'll just pull it out. I want to keep this one in. This is the, let's have a look, the Essence Extreme Lasting in First but Espresso. Can you see that? Probably not, the camera won't focus, but so I'll keep that in. And I always keep this liner in as well. It's so good and it's so inexpensive from Primark. It was like £1, so they can stay in. I keep these in as well. I haven't been doing my brows lately because I tinted them myself at home, so I just keep that in and brush that through. I've been using this quite a few times this month. This is Snow Bunny by Too Faced, which looks like that. Quite pretty. I don't know if I like it or not, so I'm going to keep it in for another fortnight and gather my thoughts on it. I've been using this Rimmel Match Perfection Silky Loose Face Powder. Now, I like this for my face, but when it comes to my under eye, I just don't like it. It leaves my under eye feeling cakey. So yeah, I don't like it. So I'm gonna pop this back and get a different powder so that can stay there. That can go in there. I've been using this Benefit Roller Lash. I really like this mascara. It's really nice. It's lengthening as well as volumizing. So yeah, that can stay in. Not really been using this. Again, I feel like every time I speak to you on camera, that's it. I've not really been using it. I need to use it more, which yes I do. I just don't like putting mascara on my lower lashes, and I think that's part of my problem. I need to get used to doing that. This again didn't get any use. I'm going to leave it in this container and hopefully I'll get some use out of it in the next fortnight. I need to just, you know, make myself use it. This, I've been using this a lot for my under eyes, and another product that's in my it's in my project pan. Sorry, I couldn't focus then for a minute. Yeah, it's in my project pan. It's like a brightening cream by Benefit, so I use them both together and they work really well together. This one I didn't use either, so I'm going to keep that in. And also this I've not used either, this Technique brow gel, which I could actually use now because I don't really do my brows because they've got that little bit of a tint, quite a natural tint. I prefer that. I could just use a little bit of this and comb that through them. So this is what it's looking like now. So that's the container. We need to pop that somewhere else. Right, so I'm doing this video early. It's not going to go up any earlier than Monday. It normally goes up. I do videos Monday and Wednesday. And to be honest, I've been really bored with my makeup, mainly because of the Tarte palette. So I pulled this one. And I do like this one a little bit more than the other one. So, which I was surprised at because it's quite smoky. It's a very smoky themed palette, but I love this blusher here. So yeah, this one is definitely going back in the collection and I'm going to keep hold of it. Some of the eyeshadows though I don't like. I mean, I did really like this purple, like that shade, and I used those two shades there. I never used this shade, and this shade here I thought would be really nice for the inner corner highlight, and it's just not. It barely shows up. It could be just age, I have had it a while, but everything else in the palette works fine. So that's going back, and then I have this one, and I'm really disappointed with this one. It's the Tarte, if I can get into it. Right, so I've shown this quite a few times, so I don't really need to go into it too much. It's got like 4 quads and 4 blushes. Love the blushes. You know, they don't let me down. Tarte blushes are the best, like some of the best blushes around. But yeah, I don't like the eyeshadows. Like, I barely like the eyeshadows in any of these, which I was really surprised at. I mean, they swatch better than they go on the eyes, to be honest. That gold looks really nice, but it doesn't really swatch that good. It doesn't really it doesn't go on the eyes that well as what it swatches. So yeah, I'm not too impressed with the eyeshadows. But back when I ordered these holiday palettes, people were saying, oh well, the formula isn't as great as it's made in a different factory. They're not made in America, they're made in China. I don't know how true that is, but obviously I wanted to keep them. I got the palettes mainly for the blushes, and I'm going to keep them for the blushes. I just wish there is a way of depotting these blushes. If anyone knows how to, if you could leave me a comment down below, I would really appreciate it. I don't want to start to do it and mess them up, just because I like all the blushes in the palettes. Right, so now we're getting to some products that I haven't really used that much. I haven't used this BH Cosmetics Shan XO palette, so I'm going to leave that in. I didn't use this, but it never gets used. It really is a stunning palette. So yeah, that's what that one looks like. I used this once or twice, this Becca Blushed with Light. I might leave that in for another rotation. The same with the Sweet Peach palette, I might leave that in for another rotation. I've got a feeling I'm going to be pulling quite a few blushes today, so yeah, we'll just leave that as it is. And I'm not sure what palettes I'm going to pull yet. I'll just leave that as it is. So then we're going into the drawer. Right, so this, I pulled this out just because I was using my Primark Glow Spray and the spritzer on it is terrible, so I want to use all this up. And I do actually use it like before my makeup and after my makeup, sort of like a primer, skincare regime, and also to basically like set my powders together, and it's working really well. I've used so much in 2 weeks. I mean, yeah, nearly half of it's done, so once that's gone I'll be putting another spray into it. I've been using this. I didn't know whether I was going to keep this. This was on my chopping block. I absolutely love it, so that can go back into the collection. So it's the collection Blush and Glow, so that's going away. The same with this sleek one. I thought that I might keep it, and I've decided to keep it just for the time being at least. I really like this, and it's the Face Foam Contouring and Blush Palette in the shade Light. This is another powder. I didn't get to use it that much though, so I might keep it in the drawer. Yeah, I think I will. It's the Skin Define Hydro Powder, so it's meant to be quite refreshing. Used this a couple of times. It's the collection Sheer Loose Powder. Still not 100% of how I feel about this one, but I am going to put it back because I do want to pull another powder. Didn't use this any, but that always stays in there. I found this in, like, I was tidying up all my skincare and I found this and I needed an eye cream. My under eye area is so dry at the moment. It's surprising though, because my skin it doesn't feel dry. I think it may just be dehydrated. I'm not drinking an awful lot of water, which is probably the problem. So I thought I would put this on my under eye area, and it was just really sticky, so I presume it's gone bad, which is a shame because I do need a good eye cream. If anyone knows of a good drugstore eye cream that you can get in the UK, if you'd like to leave me a comment down below, I would really appreciate that. What I have been using though is this, and I know it's a moisturiser, but I saw someone's YouTube channel and she said that she just uses moisturiser, like a very thin layer under her eye area, and that works fine for her. And this again is part of the Nivea Daily Essentials 24-hour range, and it's the Moisture Boost and Nourish for dry and sensitive skin, and it has been working, so I might not even need that eye cream. But yeah, really like those two products, those two Nivea products. I have used this once. I'm not sure how I feel about that. That normally goes with my foundations, but it is full my foundations. I've got like 4 or 5 foundations in there at the moment, so I need to take some out because I haven't switched them around for a while. So this I want to give another go, so I'm going to keep it in here. And then we've got the Charlotte Tilbury quads. Again, I don't need to go through them because I went through them last time. Still haven't used them. Same with the NARS is old. I still haven't used that, so they can stay in. This one I haven't used either, so that can stay in. Then I have this. I really love this, guys. It's the I Heart Revolution Bronze and Glow. Let's see if I can open it. Yeah, maybe just about. That's the thing when you're using one hand doing these videos. I do have a tripod, but it's very flimsy to film. Right, so the bronzer, I wish it was bigger. I wish it could take up the entire pan, the entire 2 pans. I've said this before in a video. I absolutely love that bronzer. It is perfect for my skin tone. The highlight is really nice as well. I have done a ranking my bronzers video and a ranking my face palette video, so they'll be going up shortly. But yeah, that can go back. I didn't use this Model's Own blush in the shade Cake Pop 01, so that can stay in for another rotation. Same with the Hourglass in Ambient Light. I only used it like once or twice. Sorry, in Luminous Flush, not Ambient Light. So that can stay in. This one can go back. I used it a few times. This one is the Delicate Dew. It's a really good highlighter. This one I'm not 100% either, but I'm going to keep for the time being. It's the NYX Illuminator in Chaotic. This is what it looks like. The only thing that's really putting me off that is the fine glitters in it, but it does remind me of the NARS Orgasm blush, but it's just a little bit chunkier, so I just want to keep it for the time being. I didn't use this at all, so that can stay in. It's the PS Brunch Club highlighter. So it's looking a little bit empty now. Oh guys, I love this so much. I'm half tempted to keep it in, but I've used it quite a bit, and I know there's other bronzers in my collection that I need to use. So this is the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Soleil. The hype is real on this. I absolutely love it. Then I have this one. Really like this. I don't know how I'm going to get this in my highlighter collection with the massive packaging, but it really is stunning. This is by a company called BC, I think they're called. It doesn't say it anywhere on the packaging, but the highlighter is so smooth. It is stunning. Really nice. I got this from TK Maxx. I really recommend it. Right, so then we'll get into these babies, if it wants to focus. It's the Australis Metallics. It's not really focusing. Oh, it's starting to now. And this one is in Guns and Rose Petals. It is stunning. My best friend got it me from Australia. She lives there, so she sent me a package with some products from Australis a couple of years ago, and yes, I probably should have thrown them out by now, but they're not performing any less than what they were, so I'm going to continue to use them. So that's that one. That's the only one I used, I think. I did use this Urban Decay Solstice. I'm going to pop this one away just into my singles until I need it again, and I'll just probably pull it out when... Right, so I was talking about this Australis Metallics eyeshadow earlier on. It's in the shade Guns and Rose Petals. Don't know if they do these anymore, and if you have access to getting them, I would highly recommend them. They're just a really nice creamy eyeshadow. I do have another shade which I will go through with you in a sec. So all these eyeshadows here are going to stay in the rotation. I've just not used any of them. So we've got Stila, Metallic Laurel, they're basically the same as always. We've got the Colour Infallible All Night Blue. This one is the other strawless one. It is a beautiful bronze shade. Then I've got a Kiko one which I've never used, and that's in the shade 202. I just want to try and use this and, you know, make sure whether I like it or it will get decluttered. I've not used this either. This really needs to go in a project, so that'll be in the next project. Bit of a spoiler alert there. Steely smudge pot I've not used. And then that's just a little pencil sharpener which I never use. This was the other setting spray I tried to use, and it's the Glow Intensity from Primark. Now it could be a really good setting spray, but it's like you get a shower when you use this spray, so I can't use the sprayer on it, so I need to basically use all that one up and then put some of this in it. It's just got a little ball bearing at the bottom, if you can see that there. So I need to make sure the ball bearing goes in as well. Then I've got some products here. So I found this Dr. Pawpaw in my skincare drawer, so I do want to get this out of the collection and just use it more. It's good for like when you've got really bad chapped lips. I use this, I've used it twice this time, this past fortnight. I used it once when I went out on Friday, which was a couple of days ago now. Just trying to keep track of the time because, you know, I don't normally film Sundays. I normally film Mondays and get it up Monday. But yeah, this is Solstice as well. I used this first and then went in with the Solstice eyeshadow over the top, and it looked really, really pretty. That always stays in, so I'll keep that in. Then I have this one, didn't get used. It's the Deck of Scarlet. What shade is it? Gold Glitter Liquid Eyeliner. I don't use it as an eyeliner, I use it as an all over eyeshadow. Let's take them out. Didn't use this one either. It's the Liquid Catsuit by Wet n Wild. So that's not been used. I found this and I tried it. It's a bit like the MAC paint pots. And yeah, I used it and I really, really like it, so I'm going to keep this in and use it when I don't want to use my concealer. Didn't use this one either, nor this one, nor this one. Basically all of the items in this box here I didn't use, so they can all stay in. I don't think I'll be pulling any more glitters. Then I've got some like liners here that I'm thinking about putting in a project. These really need to go into a different drawer now. Now I've separated everything. Didn't use this one either. I think this one will be getting decluttered. Right, another thing that is going to be getting decluttered is this. I don't like this at all. It's the Freedom Pro Highlighter. It's in the shade Brighton. Now I really thought I would have liked that because it's that nice pink toned highlighter, but I just don't like it, so I'll be decluttering this. I did use this, and part of me wants to keep it, but another part is saying declutter it. Let's see if I can get into it. Right, as predicted, I really, really like that gold shade and like the shade next to it. But all the other shades, like, I'm not 100% sold on. I didn't use that dark one at the end. I used the one before it and thought it was okay, but it wasn't my favourite. I'm going to keep it and use it again, and if I feel the same and I only like those two shades, I'll declutter it. But I really enjoyed using those two shades, so I'll pop this back in the collection for now. And I think that's everything, which we seem to be going through all this quicker than usual. Right, so now with just choosing products from my makeup stash. So we'll start with primers. No, we'll start with skincare. I used this last fortnight and I really enjoyed it, but I do have a bit of a story time which I will tell in my update about that. I think what I'm going to do is use this one. And that's just the Garnier Skincare Active Hydro Bomb Tissue Mask, and it's the Ultra Hydrating Rejuvenating Mask. It just says intensely rehydrates skin, boosts skin's radiance and even skin complexion. My skin needs very much hydrated, especially under the eye area, as I said. Now I obviously didn't show this on camera, but I used these nose strips, these tea tree deep cleansing nose pore strips, and I actually quite like them. And I also used the Reviving Gold eye gel patches, so I'll pull one each of them out. I tend to do this like once a week. So they look a bit of a funny colour, and the texture of these, they're just jelly, so they feel really funny on your eyes as well. So that's what they look like. And then let's see if I can get these out. So yeah, they just look like that as well. So they can go in my Shop My Stash for the coming week. I should really be pulling 2 of everything out, because normally I do a fortnight one, but I'll do that near the time, because it's really difficult doing this. Right, I'm going to pull this as well. It's the Dior Capture to Tail Dream Skin, and they're just samples. Yeah, they're just samples, so I want to use them up. Right, so now we've got primers. I want to use this one again. I really enjoyed it last time. I haven't bought the backup yet. I don't know if I'm going to do it, but I really do enjoy that primer. So we'll take that. Foundations. I'll show you what I've been using. Just ignore this section. These are lipsticks I'm trying out to see if I can declutter any. So this is the primer that I use, the Essence Fresh and Fit Healthy Glow. I'm going to pop that back because I pulled a glowy primer. I've been using and really loving this Maybelline Dream Satin Liquid. Part of me wants to leave it in there, but I think I might put it back just because I've been using it quite a lot. My shade is 03 True Ivory. I could probably do with a bit of a lighter shade, but it seems fine. It blends in. So we'll pop that one back. I absolutely love this Essence Fresh and Fit Foundation Healthy Glow, and it lasts up to 12 hours. I wore this on Friday as well. I'm going to leave that in actually. My Perfect Colour Longwear. I don't think there's that much left. No, there isn't. Can you see? There's barely any left. I'm going to leave that in and take this one out because there's more in this one, and it's going to be kind of like in an undedicated project pan to get rid of that. That's that. The BB cream is going to stay in, and then we've got this. This is kind of a project pan as well. I just want it out of the collection. It's kind of too pink for me, which I thought I'd never say, just because I am quite pink toned, but I'll have to mix it with something. Leave that like that. I mean, that is probably enough foundations, to be honest, but let's pull one more. Right. I kind of want to pull one of these, either the Bourjois Healthy Mix Serum or this one. Healthy Glow and Flawless Complexion. What does this one say? 16 hours. Right, what I'm going to do is I think I like this one best, so I'm going to pull this one first and then maybe that one in the next fortnight's rotation. So that's that. So now powders. Right, so I got this just because I've heard good things about it. I'm not too sure that it works, to be honest. I have tried it 1 or 2 times, and it's the e.l.f. I can't remember what it's called, but I'll leave it in the cards there. Not in the cards, I'll put it up on the screen. It's got quite a long name, but it's under eye setting powder. That's why I got it. So I'm going to pull that, and then I think I'm going to pull this again. I'm not too sure how I felt about that. It's the NYX HD Studio finishing powder. So we'll pull those two together. The eye just a little bit white though. I have got a setting powder in the drawer already. Oh, I wanted to do some kind of essence video on the products that I've got, so I'm going to pull this one as well. So yeah, the eye all white powders. Let's put this one back. Right, I don't think I'm going to pull anything from this drawer. These are all palettes and things. I really want to use this just to see if I like it. I mean, look how pretty that looks. Yeah, we'll pull that. I'm going to have far too many things again. Leave that. Leave that. Right, and we'll leave that. So now it's we're going to highlighters and things like that. Right, this has gotten beyond a joke. I had them all neatly done in the way that I really like them. I knew there was going to be a problem, so I need to pull some that I think I can declutter. This one, I think it's going to be more, I think I'm just going to be able to use it more as an eyeshadow. I mean, it's one of those duochromes. I don't really want to get rid of it because, I mean, they're not exactly cheap Makeup Geek shadows. This one is in the shade Moon Phase. And as you can see, it's got that like lavender white shift. That's what it looks like. I mean, I'm not taking away that it is pretty. I just don't know if it's for me as a highlight. I do like duochrome like eyeshadows though, so that could be going in my eyeshadow singles. So let's pull that. I'll pull this as well. This is like a cream highlighter that I got in Glossybox, not that, well, it was quite a while ago, and I just want to see if I want to use it. It looks nice when I swatch it, but on the skin it might show texture and things like that. So yes, we'll pull that. What else are we doing? We'll also pull this Goddess of Love I Heart Revolution one, and it doesn't really tell me the name of it, the shade of it. I don't know if I like it, to be honest. It's that pinky toned one, so if I don't like it, that can get decluttered. It's just so I can like put some of these in the right way. And I had a Maybelline one that I do actually want to use. Which I can't actually find because there was that many. Oh wait, I think this is it. Yeah, I've not used that this much and it's fairly new to the collection. It's the Maybelline Face Studio Chrome Extreme. It really is beautiful, and it's in the shade Sandstone Shimmer. So that's one that I know I'm going to love enjoying. And shall I pull one more for good measure? I know this is a lot of highlighters, guys, but I want to test this out actually on my face. It's an eyeshadow, but it really is stunning, so I'll test that out on my face. That's good for eyeshadows. Bronzer, we'll use this Cargo one. It doesn't have a shade, but it is similar to like milk chocolate. Milk chocolate's actually a little bit darker than this, if you can believe that, because milk chocolate is so light. But yeah, I like that, so we'll pull that. Right, blushes. I know I've got like a face palette and everything, but I do want to, you know, pull a few just to see if I like them. There's this one by I Heart Revolution, I Want Candy, so we'll pull that. And I'll pull one of these collection ones. Pull this one, this from Natural Collection, and that's in Sweet Cheeks. Pop that one back. I've got enough blushes out really. I'm going to pull this one. I've got a feeling I'm going to be able to declutter that, and it's by Miss Sporty. It's one of the Instaglow blushes, so we'll pull that as well. And I think that's it for this drawer. I'm just trying to make my way through all of these and see what I can pull and what I want to keep, because obviously, you know, it's just looking full, fuller than I want it really. Right, palettes. I'm not going to pull that much just because I've got that one palette to use by ShanXO. Right, let's see what's in here. I really want to pull this Sephora Sun Bleach Filter palette. I've been wanting to use this for a while, so let's pull that one. And also I wanted to do, I need to pull something else from this drawer, because I want to do an Essence video. So, right, so that is the bronzer. It's really nice. It's just a little bit light. I think what I'm going to do is pull another bronzer, so we'll just pop that there. Highlighters, I've done a couple of swatches, so that's the highlighter by Makeup Geek in Moon Phase, and then this is the one by Primark, is the eyeshadow, but I just think it's too pretty to use as an eyeshadow. I think it's a gorgeous highlight shade, so that's what they both look like. So the one at the front is Moon Phase, which with the lavender shift, well, it's like a blue lavender shift, and then the other one is by Primark. I mean, just look at that pigment, and I think it was only about £1. The price isn't still on there, but it wasn't more than £2. It's so pretty, so we're definitely pulling them. And then this highlighter here by Maybelline, so they're going. Then I was saying that I really want to do an Essence video. I've had this for a while, so I want to pull this Essence Iron Face palette, but for the Essence video I am going to have to pull that primer back out if I want to do a full Essence video, which is somewhere among this crazy makeup. So we're going to be pulling that. I might pull the other one. I've got two of these palettes. That's in 02 Rise and Shine. So let's just go back to the drawer. Right, so yeah, what we'll do is, I don't know if I want to keep them both, is that's the other one. I prefer the first one that I've shown you to this one. Oops, This one is in the shade 01 Glow for it, so we'll pull both and see if I can declutter one. I've got it looking okay now, the highlighter, but I don't want this much highlighter. I don't feel like I need it, but there are a lot of products in here that I do want to test out. So yeah, that's that. I'm just thinking, shall we pull another bronzer? Yeah, let's pull this one. It's by Natural Collection, and it just says it's a bronzing powder. Now there is some shimmer in it, but guys, I really recommend this. If you can get Natural Collection where you're from, like in the country you're from, then I would highly recommend it. I'm sure it's like either $1.99 or $2.99, but it's totally worth it, and you do get a lot of product. You get 10 grams. So yeah, we'll pull that, and then that's it for that drawer, finally. And then what I need to do is I need to pull this one. It's the Too Faced Christmas in New York palette. It's the Mary Macaroons palette. And basically the palette that I pulled doesn't have a transition shade, so I normally use Tiramisu as a transition shade and also Coconut as a base shade. So rather than using a different palette, I just thought that I would try and hit more pan on this palette. I really like that palette. Like, it didn't get a lot of good feedback at the time. So then we've got another palette by Essence that I want to try in my Essence video that I do, so we'll pull that. I think really we're getting to it now. I mean, this is a lot of product, and I wouldn't mind trying this to see whether I want to declutter it. It's the Chanel Sign Particular, or whatever it's called. I'm not very good at French, but those are the shades there. Can I open it? No, I can't open it. As I said, those are what the shades look like. Really pretty. So yeah, we'll pull that one, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's it for this drawer for sure. So that's everything in my makeup collection that I want to pull and just try and get some more use out of. I'll pop it away in the drawers and I'll come back and show you what it looks like. Right, so we've got some products in here. More products will be going in. This normally goes in the bathroom, and I just put products in there along with in a makeup bag. So these products will be going in the bathroom as well, those skincare products. Then we've got my foundations, 2 primers, because I'm planning on doing the Essence kind of tutorial. So yeah, there are my foundations there. And then all my palettes are stored here, which isn't really picking up. So we have the custom made palette and the Shannexo one. We've got the Becca Face palette, well, blusher palette. The Too Faced Sweet Peach Glow. Then we've got this kind of like backup palette, the Too Faced Merry Macaroons, just for that transition shade. And then we have this Sephora Sun Bleach Filter palette. So they're all the palettes that I'm using this week. And then in the drawer, this is what it's looking like. So these are like the Essence products that I want to use as well. Then we've got that palette there that I want to try. It's on my chopping block, so I want to see if I like it. This is just like miscellaneous. It's got all the glitters in it and things like that. And a MAC sharpener. This is probably one of the best investments I've ever treated myself to. It was expensive at the time, but it's lasted me years. So yeah, really enjoy that, just as a side note. So we've got these palettes here. So NARS, 2 Charlotte Tilbury ones, a Chanel one, another Essence palette that I want to try and see if I want to keep it or declutter it. Then we've got this highlight here by I Heart Revolution that I want to see whether I'm going to keep it or declutter it. So we've got this ELF powder that I want to use, this NYX powder that I want to use, this Essence one that I want to use in the Essence video that I'm going to do, so I'll leave that there. I'm going to keep this in, like I said earlier, it's the MUA Skin Define Hydro powder. So that is what the entire drawer is looking like. So let's take you across. I do need an Essence mascara though, I'm sure I've got one, just for the video that I'm going to be doing, which I can't even get into it because of this palette. Yeah, this used to be my favourite mascara, so we'll pull that. I'm hoping it's still usable. I know that I have used it in the past, so we'll pop that in that drawer as well. Yeah, so this is the entire Shop My Stash. Now it seems a lot, but there's a lot of products that I do want to try, and if I don't like them, get them out of my collection. Thank you so much for watching, it means an awful lot to me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.